Hi, this is Captain Rod, and today we're going to take a look at the newest addition to the BullsBay line, a 24-foot BullsBay boat. Long awaited. Now don't be confused by the Pioneer logo in the background. When Roy and Mike, the owners of BullsBay, Pioneer, and Avenger, started building boats 16 or 17 years ago, they started with an 18-foot Pioneer. But since then, they've added two new lines, Avenger and BullsBay. And today we got our first chance to get on the water with the 24-foot BullsBay. Let's take a look and see what happened.
So basically the 2400 is a repeat of the 2200. It's a very successful platform. What we decided to do with this boat to add a little more capability to it was to give you that extra length and real estate in the back end of the boat. So we've added approximately about almost 2 feet of extra real estate back there. And with that, we've added a couple other features like this forward step here. It just makes the boat a lot easier to get up and down on the front deck when you're fishing. So. But otherwise, it's a very similar product. We did make a few changes to the console. We made it about 3 inches taller. We made the dash give you a lot more real estate for your flush mount electronics.
You know, you can build the boat, but until you physically get in it and start using it, then you know what changes you really need to make just to fine tune it. But you really need to be in the boat. It's hard to do that in the factory. To feel that out. So, and it was good to get in it for the first time and run it. It got up and did what she needed to do.
I like it a little tall. That's just me.
I would understand how he's saying when you're sitting down you want to be looking through. I don't like looking through.
Well, see, when I'm sitting down and I'm looking over it.
I am too.
Well,
How about the dash panel? How's that? Go with the word dash panel.
I don't like the analog things, but I don't mind.
By spending this time together on the water, we're able to see things differently, from different angles, different perspectives. And we feel like we're coming up with some stuff that's really simple, but critical.
So, you know, before a boat goes into production, obviously we got to get out there and run it in the field and see what's going on. And, you know, more times than not, we'll find something we need to go back to the molds to and alter, change, and to improve it. And it's a continuous cycle here, whether the boat's been, you know, on the market for a year or even some of the designs have been here 10 years. And, you know, with new technologies and new options, different things that we're putting on these boats, you know, molds do need to be changed. And you know, so that's the way we take a very simple approach to it. You know, again, there's a lot of engineering going into these boats, but practically using it is another ball game.
We started the BullsBay line for a value price product line. We wanted a boat that didn't maybe have all the bells and whistles that we have on our premium lines, being Pioneer and Avenger. And when we started BullsBay, we had a 17-foot, a 20-foot, and 22-foot bay boat. We had a 20-foot and a 23-foot offshore boat, DV. And we saw a need for a larger bay boat. So we decided to take the 22 platform and make a larger boat off of that platform. And we made a couple changes to it, more than just the length of it. We wanted to add a step to get up on the front deck. We wanted to add a little bit more console face for the new modern widescreen multi-function units that everybody was wanting to add to them. So we started with that platform and we stretched it out, we made it longer. It's an 8.5 foot beam. It's 24 feet long. You got 71 gallons of usable fuel. It's got a dash now that you can put a 10-inch flat screen in dash. It now has the step, so it's easier to get up on the front deck when you're fishing. The boat runs well with a 200. It maxes out at 250 horsepower. With a 250, the boat runs somewhere in the mid 50s, 54, 55, 56, somewhere right in there, depends on conditions. So it's a very economical boat to purchase, but it can also be a very economical boat to operate because it doesn't need a lot of horsepower to run efficiently. And we've been very pleased with the performance we've seen from it. We've been very pleased with the way the boat handles. It's a very dry ride. It's a very smooth ride. We really think that it's going to be the home run. It's going to be a very affordable 24-foot bay boat. And everybody seems to be wanting to go to the larger bay boats because they really are the SUV on the water. You can use them near shore. You can use them a little offshore on good days. You can use them backwater. The boat will draft somewhere in the 13 to 15-inch range, depends on your power and the load in the boat. So it's a relatively shallow water boat. It's a little bit deeper hull sides than some of the bay boats out there today. So the families feel comfortable with their children in the boat.
I guess the horsepower ranges and the cost of to own a boat, obviously keeps increasing. It just seems like most people are making boating a way of life. So to get a whole family in a boat, you don't really sell much under 20 feet these days, unfortunately.
One of the things we've noticed is there's 3 of us or 4 of us or 5 of us that work together is we spend time on the boats, whether it be during the Wahoo series or we're out mahi fishing or 2 or 3 of us go out trout fishing or fishing for reds, stripers, whatever we're doing together. And then we're getting to where we do a lot of that together. We spend a lot of our weekends on the boat together. We're getting more perspectives and thoughts and visions on what helps make a boat versatile to the retail customer. And so through all these different tournaments or days just fishing on the water or riding on the water or being on the water, we feel like we're starting to put the complete package together.
So once all the research and development on the water is done and the subtle but critical changes have been accomplished, both on the new BullsBay 2400 as well as all Carolina Composites products, these changes are brought to life on the factory floor as construction processes to our extended family that works in the plant. And it's important to remember that the same technicians that build our premium lines, Pioneer and Avenger, also use these same processes to build the BullsBay line, both the brand new 2400 as well as the entire BullsBay line.
I've seen problems associated with corporate into the business, and when you bring that corporate in it, you take some of the family out of it, and because it's basically you're not doing your job, get out of here, instead of fix the problem and help them be successful. And that's what I find here, that they want everybody to be successful, not just throw away a good employee because they got a bad process, but they want to help people and build good boats and build good people.